Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
That really is annoying. I'm nothing to him, but just another science experiment. He's my bloody son, but he is not my son anymore. He hasn't been ever since he was taken from that vault. He had the time to actually go and just get me out of this place. He could have saved me from Vault 111 ages ago, and he didn't. Yeah, it wasn't until I was the director, and then even then there was no real need. I was just a lab rat. Ooh. Oh, I am happy. I am picking the side of the railroad over the Institute. Mankind redefined. Yes, very redefined. Okay, that works quite well. Okay, where is Father? I have no idea where he is. If he wasn't related to me, I would bash his face in. Truly would. Where is he?
If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the Facilities Division immediately.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Yes, what is it?
Have you noticed any suspicious
We're all
activity lately?
I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue.
Is something wrong?
But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
What is Phase 3?
Are you sure this is the time to be discussing it?
You don't want me to be here.
Well, considering all parties present.
Shut up, Father wants to talk about it.
Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
I've heard some things, but I have no idea what it is.
I have no idea what that is.
I'll admit I'm relieved. It's intended to be something of a classified project, which I'm sure means everyone already knows about it. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity.
Yes.
I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power.
The what?
The kind that keeps the lights
yeah.
on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years
Sacrifices,
to allow progress to continue.
What kind of compromises?
What kind of compromises?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Really? Nuclear power. After the bombs fell, after the insane fallout. That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Nuclear power? That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Not in our hands. I assure you this is the answer. This is the future.
That's what the scientists
The
before
reactor's
said
supposed to
too.
be, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful.
Wait.
I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What? Be
Please,
serious.
everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
You're dying?
You're dying?
I'm afraid so. A very aggressive form of cancer. Believe me when I say we've done everything we can. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
What?
You can't be serious.
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can
Shut
you
up, Dr.
possibly
Lee.
Justify this. He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Shaun?
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
What would it mean to be in charge?
What would it mean to be in charge?
Most divisions of the Institute are fairly autonomous, perfectly capable of functioning without intervention. Where those divisions interact, however, problems can arise. You'd lead the Directorate in setting policy, resolving disputes, and the like. There's no question that some of the Directorate, and the Institute at large, will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead, for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Do the right thing. I'll do the right thing. Oh, God. No, 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 this is all so... This is all so wrong. Sure, nuclear power has proven in the past to be a very reliable source of energy. The least amount of deaths per energy out of all energy sources, I think. But We got into this mess because of nuclear energy. Once something goes wrong, everything goes wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong on so many levels. Everyone, I as leader would be overthrown by everyone here. A leader is chosen, elected, not just passed down from father to son. No. The plan must go through. The plan must go through. We free the sins. We place way too much energy into this. And nuclear energy, we can't let that continue. If they continue researching nuclear energy, we could have a second war, a second nuclear launch when it is necessary, with many, many more fatalities. We will be eradicating humanity. No. I don't stand for this. I do not stand for this. The Institute must go down. How am I? I don't know. I don't know what I'm... I don't know. There are so many things that I want to say. So many thoughts going through my mind right now. Shaun dying. He's gonna die before me. What am I supposed to do? Talking sense into them? That's not going to happen. I tried that. They won't listen. No.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Yes, he does, apparently. No. Doc? Doc! Hang on for a moment. Stop walking around.
Busy day for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's about to get busier.
Oh,
You're
great.
going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Yeah, what the hell is this operation about?
I need some details here. I have no idea what I'm getting into.
Of course, that's why we're talking. Otherwise, you'd be up top already. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
What?
What's a beryllium agitator?
The details would be lost on you. No offense. The point is, it'll allow us to boost the reactor's power and get it running sooner than planned. You just keep me safe. I'll worry about the agitator.
You're going along?
You're going? That complicates things.
Not really, no. I admit I'm not fond of going up top, but I promise to stay out of your way. This device we're after? It's very sensitive equipment, and it's pretty damn old. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that I trust myself more. So, are you going to put up a stink, or can we get moving?
Is it really necessary?
Is that really necessary? I'm sure I can handle this by myself.
Yes, it really is. Not only is this tech sensitive, it's old. Look, I'll take care of it. You just make sure I come back in one piece.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm not worrying about the equipment, I'm worrying about you. Fine.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our options dwindling quickly. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area.
Oh, great.
We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
Yeah. I could inform the Brotherhood. No. Again, I'm not liking what is happening.
Always be vigilant. We have many enemies.
Okay, the relay is 1 floor lower. No, 2 floors lower. No, it's 2 floors lower. This place is confusing. I'm going into the completely wrong direction. Fine, I'll just jump down here. Stuff is pretty sturdy, so yay.
From what I hear, that rogue scent at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
Yeah, you would not exist. You would not exist at all. None of this would exist. But none of this is also on the surface. And yet here we are. Thinking about nuclear energy once again. Like it didn't give enough issues last time. No. I don't stand for this. I do not want to let's go any further. We just have to survive.